From last night, former Knick Charles Oakley arrested following an incident, an altercation during the Knicks game. This morning's headline, the New York Daily News reads, Charles is charged. Knicks legend getting cuffed for what you're about to see. There's Oakley surrounded by multiple security guards after some sort of altercation. Oakley says he bought a ticket to the game. This is James Dolan, Knicks owner. Oakley, very vocal critic of the Knicks and Dolan. Oakley said he was there for 4 minutes. I didn't say anything to Dolan. Apparently Dolan or the folks around him said Oakley was verbally getting on him. Oakley said, I didn't say anything to him. They came over and wanted to know why I was sitting there. I bought the ticket. I said, why do you guys keep staring at me? Then they asked me to leave. I said, I'm not leaving. And then all that happened. And Phil Jackson actually went into the tunnel to try to calm Oakley down after this scene right here. Eventually, they took him out. As he was arrested, the fans were chanting, Oakley, Oakley. After he was released from jail, he did this interview at a local bar.
What happened, me and 4 friends went to the game tonight to watch the Knicks and the Clippers. Get there, sit down, try to have a good time. Back then, I know I was asked to leave the building. I asked why. And he said, Dad said, you have to leave because someone ordered you to leave. And I'm like, I've been here 48 minutes. I'm a Knicks fan. I played here for 10 years. I love the Knicks. I love New York. It's my heart. I wish them all the luck and success on the basketball court. I don't know why I'm not welcome to the Garden.
During the game, the Knicks released this statement. Charles Oakley came to the game tonight and behaved in a highly inappropriate and completely abusive manner. He has been ejected and is currently being arrested by the New York City Police Department. He was a great Knick, and we hope he gets some help soon. For more on the story, we welcome in our Knicks reporter, Ian Begley. Ian, you talked to someone who was in the section where this incident took place. What did they say about what happened?
They said that Charles was loud and boisterous, kind of leading up to the point where security confronted him. But this fan said that Charles did not direct any insults or any of his words to owner James Dolan. So it's kind of unclear how we got to the point that what we saw on camera with security escalating Charles out. Charles says he didn't talk to Dolan or direct any of his words at Dolan until after security showed up. And what we want to know and what we don't know yet is what caused security to approach Charles. Now, after security escorted Charles out, I was actually back in the tunnel where Charles was, right next to the court, and I saw Charles handcuffed, and he was surrounded by at least a dozen security members. And it was just a sad scene because Charles was clearly agitated. He was cursing. He was talking about owner James Dolan and how this was his fault. And team president Phil Jackson actually left his seats in the arena, walked through the tunnel, and tried to calm Charles down, asked him what was wrong. And actually, Ramona Shelburne and I are told that after that all unfolded, people close to Charles were reaching out to Michael Jordan to ask Michael to call Charles to calm him down. So that just speaks to how concerned Charles's friends were after seeing this incident last night.
Yeah, Oakley and Jordan, friends for years. So what happens now with the situation with Charles Oakley?
Well, Charles is scheduled to appear in front of a judge to answer to the 3 misdemeanor charges of assault and the 1 charge of trespassing. I'm told that that's scheduled for March at this point. And, the Knicks do have the option to kind of drop these charges, but that wouldn't necessarily take Charles out of the legal process. He would still have to appear in front of the judge and still have to answer to these charges, but the Knicks could make it easier for Charles not to get in trouble for this, and it's unclear if they've taken any steps to do so far, but I do think that with the way the fans feel about Charles Oakley, it would be a pretty big PR hit if they went full bore after Charles on this incident, because he is loved by the Knicks fan who was rooting for this team in the 90s when he gave his heart and soul to the organization.
Yeah, and they were rooting for him last night as he was led out of the arena. Ian Begley, we appreciate you. For more on the game, let's go over to Randy.